Sometimes it takes a while, in the end, is it worth violence? Feel so.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome, racing fans, to FSB Racing Live. I'm Sam Young, and tonight it's the 2026 Pinned Street Stock League and their second race of their 22-race season at the Rockingham Motor Speedway in North Carolina. First, I want to thank Greg Razor and the boys from Alborn, who have been rocking FSB for almost 10 years now. These guys fuse metal and country, and I hope you check them out and become a fan like all the rest of us at FSB Racing Live. And when I was offered the chance to broadcast these guys, I jumped on it, and I can't wait to bring you all the exciting races of the Pin Series this year. 22 races are scheduled, and last week's opening race saw speedy veteran Justin Bird, our buddy there, with the win at Richmond Raceway. It was quite a show with the legendary broadcast team of Jimmy Ray and Milt Minner Jr. Wish we could get those guys on a regular basis, but they'll be in the booth on occasion this season. Until then, I'm not exactly alone in the booth, as each week I'll have in-car commentators, drivers who will give us a feel for what's going on in these cockpits. And tonight it's Johnny Brancaccio, and I'll bring him in a minute, and we'll have a brief, when he's lined up on the grid there, we'll talk to him briefly. Street stocks are normally known for being a novice series, like in real short track Saturday night racing. It's low budget to help iRacing. This is basically to help iRacing drivers, in their upward license progression. But the Pin League drivers here aren't drivers are not novice drivers. These guys are some of the most competitive and toughest racers in the iRacing world, racing some of the most forgiving physics ever. iRacing continues to stretch every boundary when it comes to physics and realisms. These street stocks can get a beating and take a banging. Tonight it's 100 laps and a high banked, just under 1 mile D-shaped oval that is super fast, with both corners very different in how the drivers have to work them. The banking is considered high banked, with 22 degrees in turns 1 and 2 and 25 degrees in turns 3 and 4, with 8-degree banking on the straightaways. It's like a bowl. Pinned League owner Steve Rex has done an incredible job of finding all this talent this past season to not only bring large fields, but ultra-talented shoes who put on a show week after week. These drivers are here to put on a great show for you. If you have a good time and you'd like to see more of this great league, please hit those subscribe buttons and the like buttons. And we'd love to have you join us every week for the next season, during this entire season. It ends in August. And tonight, we're going to go ahead and see if I can bring and get in the car Mr. Johnny Brancaccio. I have to work a couple fundamentals here. Get that done. And let me go ahead and bring him up, if possible. Not the most technical savvy guy on the planet here, but it's not letting me do it for some reason. I can't get him up here. I don't know why. There we go. Now we're going to get him up here. Hey, all right. Johnny Brancaccio, you got a copy, sir? I'm doing good, John. Just a quick fill in. How you doing tonight? You feeling it? Terrific. I'm a little bit behind, Johnny, so I'm going to get with you in a minute and during the caution breaks. If there are any, there's definitely going to be one at midway. We'll get with you, and we'll talk with you then, because I'm going to go through the field right now as you guys are lining up. Okay, sir. I'm going to drop you back down. All right. All right, so it looks like we have our starting grid on the track. Starting in first place, none other than our owner, the league admin of Pinned, Steve Rex himself. And Steve Rex is one heck of a competitor, but he's also built a fine league here. So good luck, Steve. Jared Morgar starts in the outside in number 1 car. Third place is going to start Justin Bird, last week's winner at Richmond. Mike Sukup starts 4th. Kenny Tripp starts 5th. Tyler Jalbert starts 6th. And Brandon C. Varney starts 7th. David Washington 8th. John Canizero, Sr., great start for him, starting 9th. Daniel Miller 15, number 10. Jack McKee starts 11th. Jason Seams 12th. Dale Root 13th. Jeffrey Robinson, I'm sorry. We always do that to you, Mr. Jeffrey. Sorry. Jeffrey Robinson, number 14, starting 14th. No, he's 24. Riley Duncan in the 15. Looks like they're not going green for whatever reason. Quick through the field. Earl Seams starting in 16th in number 8 car. Sean Patrick into 17. Starting 17th. And the 371 of Andrew Wallace, I haven't met him yet, starting 18th. John Procaccio did not get on the track, not yet, but he's supposed to be gridded to start 19th and the number 62. Lawrence Smiley starting 20th. Braden C. Drury starting 21st. Matt Pelletier has opted to start in the back, Mr. 22. I'm guessing because he never starts in the back unless he's opting. And James Markison, my buddy Pops, starting 23rd and 99, and then rounding out the field, 24 cars, Arthur Hendren. All right, looks like we're about ready to go green. Lights are off in the pace car. Let's get some action in. As I said earlier, these cars have a real, they can take a beating. You can bounce off each other, and it's a lot of definite rubbing and bumping, and you guys will hopefully we'll see a little bit of that tonight, and how well the physics really are. Now, I do believe Mr. Pelletier did go to the back because Justin Bird went from third place up to the pole position, which means that the pole sitter did opt. What happens is they are able to opt for points. So if they start in the back and the first two positions say, hey, I want to start in the back, they can go for double points, double money if they win the race. Here we go. We're ready to go green. Justin Bird's going to lead him across the line. It's number 13, Justin Bird on the outside. Mike Sukup in the 45. These guys race each other a lot. So far off to a good clean start. We're staying too wide through 3 and 4. Like I say, the banking here is very, very tricky. It's notorious. North Carolina track's also very notorious for tire wear, and this track is no exception. They're going to have wear issues tonight, probably more than they do at any other track with this tire model. Well, didn't have the car sounds on. Lowered those a little bit. Kenny Tripp looking to the inside of Justin Bird. Brandon Varney up there, right on Kenny's bumper. Very little drafting is going to come into play here. There's really not much time for the wind to get behind the car with the shorter straightaways, but it might come in just a little bit, right, and you never know. Caution is out. Caution is out. See if we can find the source of that caution. Well, it looks like we have the front end off of the number 981 here. So I think we'll back it up and take a quick look and see if that's what happened. It looks like we have, 91 gets up into the 24 car of Mr. Robeson. That's Drury. Doesn't look like the 24 got too much damage, but it certainly looks like the 981 of Brandon Drury got some. Not sure quite what happened here. Back that up and see what happened here. Well, that was unsportsmanlike, Mr. 981. That's all I can say there. Pretty much ruined the 24's night. Sometimes I got to do that. Okay, anyway, back to the race live. Sometimes tempers can flare. It's not a good thing. I'm sure we'll hear about that. I'm sure they'll hear about it. I'm not necessarily thinking we'll hear about it, but I'm sure they will. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Here's my buddy up in the front, Justin Burden, in number 13. He kicked butt last week in Richmond. Boy, what a fun race that was. Jimmy Ray and Milt Minter Jr. calling it. What a great show. But if you were to ask me to pick, see, what the problem with picking a driver is that we always jinx them. Me, Jim Ray, all the announcers who have ever announced at FSB always feel that whoever we pick will end up jinxing. And I don't want to have to pick Kenny Tripp, but I pick Kenny Tripp. Sorry. He's always bad fast, and he looks like he's already got it down on this track. Yeah, I had a couple laps there to figure that one out, but I'm going to say Kenny might just do it tonight. But he's got 23 other drivers who say, I really don't want you to do that, Kenny. Try to take it from him. Kenny doesn't live too far from me. He's up near Claremont, Florida, up by Orlando. All right, lights are out. Here we go. Restart.
Green
On
flag,
lap
green
6,
flag.
going across for lap 7. Good restart by Justin. Whoa. Johnny Canzero, I said it wrong. I'm sorry I butchered your name. Johnny Canzero, doing a great job. That's the senior version. Always a big fan of the older drivers. My buddy here, Pops Markuson, we're looking at him back here. My buddy Pops is 76, and he kicks butt on short tracks. This is his first night out with Pinned. And I know Pops, he's going to take it easy. He's not going to be aggressive at all because he's going to learn how to ride with these guys. And he's ridden with some of them in the late model league over at FSB Racing. But this is his first stint out here in that gorgeous looking number 99 Ford. Back up front, Justin Berg is taking back the lead, and Kenny Tripp is solid second. Brandon Varney in third spot. Well, I might have to take that back. There might be a little bit of drafting going on because it sure looks like Kenny wants to take advantage of that right now. Maybe he's setting up the slingshot move. A lot of you don't know what that slingshot is. We can't really do that anymore. Let's call it leapfrogging. Managed to pass a car to pull up behind him pretty quick, but not on this kind of a track. No, Justin's just kind of holding down that inside. He's not going to let Kenny take that inside lane. So Kenny's going to have to work the outside if he wants to get past him. Justin definitely protecting the bottom now. And there Kenny goes down. He is allowed to go down below that white line. He's got him. He's got him down low. Denied. Justin was denied there. Good move by Kenny. Yes, that's a legal move. Oh, whoa, that was close. Oh, my goodness. Thank God both of them lifted just a hair, just enough. Great show up front. As now Mr. Varney is taking over second place, working on Justin Bird. These guys build their own sets, or they have one that they get from Steve Rex, who's a very competitive set, and they can adjust on them. Things like spring rates, air pressures, tires staggered, that's the difference between the right and left tires, the size difference, and all these little factors can make a difference, and whatever you can get, whatever little ounce of speed you can get out of it, is always great. Just a hundredth, a thousandth of a second can help you anytime. So they're fighting for that. I'll tell you what, Brandon Varney's looking at Kenny Tripp, and doesn't look like he wants to wait the full 100 laps here. I'm sorry, 75 laps. I'm sorry, I got that wrong. There is going to be a halfway caution. I'm guessing around lap 37. I think in that area, 37, 38. That'll be the halfway mark. And that's a mandatory caution, kind of like a competition caution. Everybody comes in, gets fuel and new tires. Sometimes they don't get new tires. You never know what they're going to do. Sometimes they just get 2 tires. A lot of strategies do play out. And it looks like we are staying green, and that's awesome. Lined up now, single file. And David Washington has joined the mix. I've just recently started racing with David, and he's pretty damn fast. So this is a really good show up front. New guy I haven't seen yet, Tyler Jalbert. Hoping to butcher that name, Jalbert. I think that would be right. And the number 42 car in 5th. Like I said, they're all lined up. Oh, there's Mr. Mogard in 6th. I hadn't mentioned his name tonight. Jared is winning all kinds of FSB races over at FSB League. Boy, I'll tell you what, that Brandon Varney is all over Kenny Tripp. But I'm kind of wondering if they're just working together, maybe just hoping to pull away a little bit from these guys, because it seems pretty competitive tonight. It seems like there's about, I don't know, 6, 8 cars here that have really close setups, and we could throw a blanket over 6, 7 of these cars right now. Jack McKee now in the picture. That's the top 7. The top 7 are starting to pull away a little bit from a second pack, headed by Matt Pelletier and Mike Sukup. Matt, the owner of the Palms Late Model League. Grateful to him for all the support he's given FSB Racing in the past couple of years, because his late model drivers surely made our late model races awesome. Can't say enough about that. Can't say enough about the pin guys who have come over and shared over there at FSB Racing. Right now it seems like pretty much everybody's patient. Right back down there, Mr. Mogard's back there fighting. Oh, the 42 just slides up. Oh, gets a little tap from the one car. Excuse me, he said. Excuse me. Mosgard tries the crossover move and may just pull it off down the back straight, and he does. He's down underneath him. Should be able to make this happen and make it stick on the bottom. And probably move up in front of Mr. Talbert in the 42 car. Coming down the straightaway. They are deadlocked even, though. Right down past the line. Looks like Tyler got that one. Out there, Jared finally got the position. And the leaders still look like they're just being awful patient right now. There is a tendency to be patient here. There's no reason to push the issue, cause cautions, and start wrecking, because we have to go through a caution period anyway. And most of these guys want to make it to that caution. Who wouldn't? We already have 2 cars out. Jeffrey Robeson and Braden Drury, I think. John Procaccio had to step away. So it looks like I don't have an on-car guy right now. He stepped away, but he is only 5 laps down, which tells me we'll see if we can find him here on the track. Procaccio. Yeah, he is back on the track. He's about 5 laps down. And at number 62, Camaro. They don't call them Camaros. I think they call them something else, Panthers or something like that. I think there's a rights name. We're not allowed to call them Monte Carlos, so they call them casinos. Somebody got mad somewhere and said, you can't call these cars what you're calling them, which is a shame, because if you think about it, it's great publicity for the Camaro and the Monte Carlo and the Thunderbird. All right, get back up front here. Kenny has taken the lead for whatever reason. I don't know, and I wish I could go back. It looks like they got past the 13. I'm sorry I was away from that. Oof. I don't like to back it up while we're live, so whatever it is, Kenny Tripp is doing well here. Brandon Varney all over Kenny. Tonight's race is brought to you guys by Fast Lane Motorsports, probably one of the teams here at Pinned. Looks like Dave Washington taking a look to the inside of Brandon Varney, and it looks like he will take the position over in turn 3 and 4. Heading to the start-finish line. And it looks like he secured the spot. And it looks like Varney might be stuck on the outside a little bit. Here comes Justin. Justin knows only one speed, fast. I don't know how he does it and doesn't burn up his tires, but he is amazing. He'll keep that car fast all night long. Does appear like he doesn't quite have a great handle on the set yet, though. Mogard has caught him. Jared is right on Justin's bumper. Oh, wow. Jared up in the marbles there in 1 and 2. That was crazy. Good job, Jared, staying up there and keeping it alive, but it looks like the 42 of Tyler Jobert is going to get underneath him. Like that pretty green paint job of Mr. Talbot. So Brandon Varney looks like he's having problems right now. He's on the outside, still being run around by Justin. Justin is definitely fighting with him, and Mogard wants that spot back. Oh, we have a wreck, it looks like. Oh, they're saving it, and they continue to save it. Oh my goodness, that's the replay right there. We do have to take a look at that, folks. Watch this. Holy mackerel. They just kind of get together there, and they both are doing everything at this point to keep the car safe, not cause a caution. And what an excellent job by both of those guys and everybody to not cause a caution here. Great job, everybody. Let's go back live. Unbelievable. Wow, these boys, I told you they can take a beating. The physics are amazing in the street stocks. They are really fun to drive. You can get them a little bit sideways. You can start burning those tires off. Most of the other series, you really can't burn up the tires like you can burn them up here. You can burn some tire here and keep them on the ground, and it's a lot of fun because you guys will see these drivers absolutely kicking it sideways and coming out of the turn sometimes, going into the turn sideways often. So back up front, the 12 car is still in the lead. David Washington right on his bumper. And it looks like Justin did complete the pass on Brandon Varney, but Brandon's still kind of looking like he's either you get going or I want my position back type of thing. I'm going to get to pass the lap traffic of the 24 of Jeffrey Robeson. Is the unfortunate recipient of that very unsportsmanlike deal before. Robeson's having a little bit of a problem there in the 24, keeping that thing off the wall, though. It does look tore up. I mean, that's a pretty beat-up looking race car. But he's doing everything he can to keep it out of trouble and let everybody down below. Good job there. Jeffrey, sorry about your night. You can come and get him next time. Again, we'll go back up front. And there he is. Ooh, we got some racing going on. Look at Dave Washington trying to catch him on the outside. This might be the super different race. This is what iRacing really shows what they've done in physics when you can get this kind of side-by-side action on just about any short track in these street stocks. They've done their homework. They've done, oh, Justin gets the 12 sideways. I don't think he meant to. That definitely backed off there once he got him loose. I think he was just trying to push him down there. No, Justin is a very clean driver. He worries if he wrecks anybody. He's very concerned. Doesn't want that rep. He wants to win it clean. He wants to win it fair. I know him very well. That's kind of what he is. But he doesn't mind taking a look. And taking a look 3 wide into 1. Is anybody going to give? Oh, my goodness. And we end up back 2 wide. Ooh, boy, Justin makes the pass on Dave Washington. And here comes Dave back to the inside, into the middle, looking for that spot. Close the door. Brandon just closed the door there. So you ain't gonna, they gave it to Dave Washington. I told you they're bumping and grinding. And this is just the beginning, folks, because we're gonna be doing this in about, we should be having a caution here. I would think the caution's gonna come out very soon. because we are at lap 37, which would be the halfway point. I think we might be getting the caution this time around. We'll see. Steve Rex throws a caution.
All right, man.
There it
Caution
is.
Out. Caution is out.
All right, Steve, good job. Great admin. Does a great job every time. I remember I had to throw a competition caution once. I forgot. I'm glad he's out there racing and he still remembers that it's lap 37. I better throw this at lap 38. All righty. Steve Rex is out of Channahon, Illinois. I hope I spelled that right, Steve. Channahon, Illinois. All right, so this is the competition caution. There was no wreck, there's no disasters. Still have 23 of the 24 cars that started the race on the track. And we're going to come in for pits, service, run to the bathroom if you have to, because now would be a good time. We'll go back green. I don't think there's going to be any I think it's pretty much going to be nonstop action until, I don't know, that finish line. Here they come down pit road. Kenny Tripp leading the way. Let's see if Kenny gets 2 or 4. Let's see what the guys behind him are going to do. It's a long pit road when you're going 28 miles an hour. I don't know what the pit road speed is here. It's probably 30, 35, but sure seems long. And then you got the curve here. This is always fun to come into. When you're trying to do a green flag pit stop with this curve that they have at the end of the Rockingham, it's very difficult to whip that left in around other cars, and it's pretty fun to try to do it. Well, anyway, everybody getting service. So it looks like Tripp just got right so far. He's going for the lefts. They are mostly going for, everybody's going for 4, I can see. So who's going to get out of the pits first? Who's got the best service? The fastest gas man, because they take a long time. See here, you're watching. The tires are all down on these cars. Whoever changed their gas level to the right amount is the winner here. Kenny is stuck on pit road for whatever reason and doesn't get off. Might not have set his gas or had I don't know if he couldn't add a penalty. I doubt it very much. Anyway, he wouldn't be, no, it wouldn't have been that short. But anyway, who got out of there first? Let's find out. Looks like it's going to be David Washington, if I'm not mistaken. Who's it going to be? Oh my, look at this. Who stayed out? Is this Mr. Rex? Is he gambling? I think Steve Rex is gambling. Can we look back here real quick? We're going to take a quick look and see what he did at his pit stop. What did you do, Steve? Steve took lefts. He just took lefts, and that's it. Pretty slick. I'm sorry, it might have been rights. I couldn't tell. I was kind of backwards, and I'm dyslexic. I don't know if it was rights or left. I was facing the car. Stage left. How's that sound? All right, looks like we're ready to go back green, and Steve Rex is your leader. And he had a bad, fast car. Darren kind of got shuffled back for whatever reason, but he is back up front now. David Washington outside as we get ready to go back green.
Green, green, green.
Green flag is out. Steve gets another good start. These guys on the inside, they control the start, and they can usually take advantage of that. Brandon Barney scoops right along with him. David Washington on the outside is going to have to battle Jared Mogard for third, and they are battling. Justin and Jack McKee also battling back there. And then the front guys start to even out. Ooh, look at Jared Mogard up underneath. Looks like everybody's getting to get up under Steve. Steve might not have been a good idea taking those two, because it looks like they're about to do the whole freight train here on you. Oh, somebody in the wall there. That looked like it was. Ooh, I'll go back there and see. It was Matt Pelletier. Hit the wall pretty hard. Gonna lose a few spots here. Jared Mogard pops into the lead. What a fierce competitor this guy is. He's just really, really tough competitor. On the back of some of his race cars, you just got passed by a wheelchair. He uses a controller, and he is badass with a controller. It's not. Most of these guys got wheel and pedals, and he shows them how it's done. many of the adaptive drivers here in iRacing. There are a ton of adaptive drivers, and that is wonderful to be able to have people who are, we've got quad fours,
All right, man.
paraplegics.
Caution is out. Caution is out.
Caution is out. Let's see if we can find out the cause of this caution. Well, it might have something to do with the 17 car. I don't know. I'm thinking. Here we go. And it looks like the 51 got a little bit loose. The 88 decided to go up high. He's getting, oh, the 8 is way loose. And it looks like it's going to come down and clip that 70, that 17 right about there. Head 17 goes point right into the wall. And he's got nowhere to go. And it looks like those two cars are going to stay in it, and that'll be just those two. We hope. Hope Pops sees it in time. Pops, get out of the way, Pops. We'll focus on Pops now real quick and see if he, Pops, get out of the way, Pops. Oh, no. Pops. There he goes, right into the back of the car. Pops. Oh. Sometimes you just have nowhere to go at that speed, and I think Pops really didn't have anywhere to go. He had cars on the left of him and all that good stuff. But, oh, it was sad to see that car. The 17 of Sean Patrick, great racer. Sorry you're out. Well, you might not be out, but you're going to be definitely in pain. Might have to go visit the in-car care center. Let's go back live. Is anybody opting to pits? No, don't look like anybody yet. Sorry about that screen, folks. One of the things I got to deal with. The only thing that I have not been able to master is that screen where I can go back and look real quick without having to pop that up. So Jared Mogard is your leader, and Dave Washington right behind him in the 34 car. And Dave is out of Deltona, Florida, home, I think, of Stetson University, if I'm not mistaken, in the Floridian. Yeah, I'm sorry to everybody out there who is dealing with the cold. We're dealing with a very, very frigid degrees tomorrow here in South Florida. I'm sure I'm getting a lot of boos right now. I mean, a lot. Hey, if you want to put up with nasty South Florida, you can come on down here. And to be honest with you, it's the only thing good about it is the weather. And I have a great career. Great job. Oh boy, apparently we went disconnected. And we'll find that out in a second. I had a big message which came in, so we disconnected. But we are back reconnected as we go for the restart on lap 48. Jared Mogard again with another great restart. Dave Washington second on the outside. And Brandon Varney just pushing the 34. They don't want that Justin Bird to win anymore. They just, let's get around Justin. Let's just get around him. But Justin's got that inside. Sometimes when these tires, you come back and they cool off like that, they get like a 10-lap run or a 7-lap run. They're actually curing the tires, if I'm not mistaken. They actually set in and can do longer runs better. I'm not 100% sure on that. It's not like a sticker tire. You work the tires and you get them up to temperature and let them cool off. They do work better. I might be totally wrong on that, but in real racing, that is generally the case. Or it was when I was racing, and that was a little whiles ago. Jared Mogard showing the way. Justin Bird in second. Dave Washington in third. Oh, no, Mr. Barney just took that third spot away. And Dave Washington in third, working on, Jack McKee is working on that 34. Might just get him. Jack is a very fast shoe. All these guys are fast. I mean, really, if you think about it, look at these guys. Not one time have we come up on a lap car except an injured lap car. You know, that was after 37 laps. You know, these guys are all smoking fast. They're all badass shoes. Excuse me. Wondered if I was going to talk myself into a coffin. There it was. Again, Jared Mogard, about a one-car lead over Justin. Justin's not putting too much pressure on him yet. They got 25 laps to go. Oh, We're getting busy. Now we see some action, and they are going to probably wreck. Holy jeez, and that was not a wreck. Everybody saved it. Yeah, like I said, these guys are some badass shoes. They had to go out and prove it, right? As soon as I said that, look at this. Justin takes a look to the inside, and all of a sudden Mogard realized that he's down low, and he's probably going to push right up into him. Look at Mogard's reflexes. He got up out of Justin's way, got up against the wall safely. Believe it or not, it was not a bad hit. And Justin is going to sideways slide through two cars right in front of Kenny Tripp and get control. These guys are amazing. I just can't say enough about how good they are. Incredible. Still in slow-mo back there. Good job, guys. Way to hang in there. So back up with the lead pack. It's Brandon Varney now. Jack McKee. And Mogard got himself right back into the picture again. I think Justin's going to probably kick himself a little bit for that move because he kind of took it in a little bit hard down low there. And Jared's just amazing reflexes there for Jared to see that he had no room. Justin was definitely going to slide up and to maneuver out of the way enough to stay in it. And Jared is not done. Like I said, he just tapped the wall enough to not really have much injury to that thing. Probably got a couple scrapes, but these things are built. They're built pretty solid. And they can take a couple wall slaps, and that wasn't too bad. And it's obvious that it has not hurt his car one bit. And if anything, it's just made Jared pissed. Don't get Jared pissed, because you can see what he's doing on the outside of Brandon Varney there. It's just driving his heart out. With 20 to go. Again, I want to thank Fastlane Motorsports for putting up the show tonight. Look at this. You could throw a blanket over the top five. Kenny Tripp is back in the mix with that almost Monte Carlo. 3 wide going into the turns 3 and 4. This is interesting. Look at that, huh? Wow. That's some skills right there. And they stayed 3 wide across the start finish line. Who took it? Jared Mogard took that lap. 18 laps to go now. 2 wide still. Everybody wants to be in the mix. Kenny says, I want in. I want to go 5 wide. And they almost do. We're looking at 4 wide. Down the back straightaway at Rockingham. Who could ask for a better race than this? Look at these guys. Whoa. Jared got shuffled back, but do not count him out. He is, let's just say he's cooling off his tires for that next run, giving the 34 a little bump there. I think that was a friendly tap. Hey, let's get going. As Dave Washington takes a look to the inside of the Tripp mirror, and Tripp just closes the door. Remember, Kenny Tripp is my pick for tonight. I hope I didn't jinx him. He doesn't know I picked him, I don't think. So, great race up front. 16 laps to go. Jack McKee out front, and he looks like he's starting to pull away a little bit. Let these other guys just fighting behind him. He gets to use up the whole racetrack, and that's certainly an advantage. You can go inside and outside, inside, outside. You get to use all the racetrack you want. And not only that, he's got clean air to run in. Well, these guys are not finished duking it out. Mogard just sliding into turn 2 there. 2 very, very, very different turns. I love Rockingham. It's an awesome track. The banking is spectacular. Absolutely meant for this kind of driving, this kind of racing. Steve Rex picked this track, and I just love it. I think this racing has proved to be extraordinary tonight. And Kenny Tripp still looking to the inside of Jared Mogard, and there he goes. He might have a run. Jack McKee, about 1 car length over Brandon, and Brandon is now picking up. You guys can see how low these cars are to the ground when you see the sparks coming up. If sparks are coming up, it does mean the car is bottoming out, which makes it a sled. at times. It depends on how much you're bottoming out. Ooh, getting it sideways, getting it lost in there. Dave Washington trying for the bold move down low. We might just have a fender on Jack McKee. No, Jack McKee relents. So I'm going to run it out on the high line here, get some momentum on that high lane. Oh, I don't know. There it is. Who's going to take the lap? Jack McKee took that lap. Boy, that was close. 1/1000th of a second. Oh, we do have a spin, a wreck.
All right, man. Caution is
It's
out.
a
Caution is
13,
out.
unfortunately, involved in that. We can go back to that real quick because it was right on camera. All right, looks like the 42 here and 13 are getting into it. The 42 might be a little bit low up underneath them. Yeah, I think he kind of got up underneath there a little bit, and looks like, yeah, just touched the right. I don't think that was intentional by any means. I think he just saw a little daylight there and just nicked the 13's left rear quarter panel, bringing the sending him around. It did not look intentional, which is always good. No, I don't see much intentional stuff here, except maybe in the beginning of this race. I hope the admin sees that. Has a nice conversation with that driver. From earlier, of course. No, I don't know if I can put that on Mr. Jalbert, Tower. I don't think that was him. I think that was just looking low, and just caught a piece of the fender. All right, so we're going to have a restart with about 9 to go. And who is our leader? Looks like Brandon did get back into the lead. So this would be a double file restart. Brandon Varney on the inside, Jack McKee on the outside, Kenny Tripp third, and Jared Mogard will be fourth. David Washington fifth, Tyler Jalbert sixth, Steve Rex seventh, Daniel Miller running eighth, Justin Bird currently running ninth. I don't know if that's going to hold, but he scored ninth. Probably not. John Canizaro, great job, John, hanging out in 10th place. That's your top 10. We hope you stick around after the race. We're going to get these top 3 drivers, the podium finishers, up in the booth. We'll have a brief conversation with them. And hopefully, we'll all be here after the race. I want to thank everybody for hanging out and watching tonight. Our YouTube channel is doing great. Pinned has really given us a boost in our YouTube channel. We had over 500 views of the last 2 races at FSB Racing Live, and one of them was a pin race. Right now, that Talladega race at FSB and the pin race are now neck and neck, and it just seems like they're taking off. We've got about, I think last check, they're up in the 600 or 700 somewhere, and they've been climbing all day. I don't know why, but I think it has something to do with this pin league, and I'm grateful for that. That's why I'm glad to be here, support this great fun league. These guys have brought a lot of drivers over to FSB Racing. I promote FSB. It's one of my favorite things in the world, is helping people find races and have good races. And I think FSB is a wonderful place to race because nobody gets to cuss anybody out. We don't allow it. Just doesn't happen. No intentional wrecking, no nothing. You'll be gone. The restart. Coming up. Lap 68 coming up, and it looks like the 112 did keep his position and will be your leader, and we'll start this race, restart this race, pretty much whenever he wants after the pace car drops off. So that's what causes these great starts.
Green, green,
Yeah, there you go. They waited for the flag on that one. And both very equal start. Very nice start. Jared Mogard giving Jack McKee a little push. Again, it's Brandon Varney. I know he's hungry. He's going to want it. He's only 8 laps away. Let's get this done. Kenny Tripp looking to the inside. Ooh, thinking about making it 3 wide. Now's the time. We're going to do it. Now is the time to take it 3 wide. Mogard. Oh, another caution. Another caution. I do believe the green-white checker is on, but I don't know if that will affect this caution. Let's see if we can find out what happened here. I'm going to bring the silly screen up again, which I hate doing, to make that happen. And it looks like we'll find this. going to be the 371 car on a self-spin, looks like. Oh, no, maybe not a self-spin. No. The 23 comes down a little bit on the 23 there. Maybe didn't know he was there. And gets a little cantankerous. Yes, I just said cantankerous. Shoot me. And so we are going to say that that's going to be a, for sure. I don't know what to say about that one. Looks like it wasn't too many. Nothing serious. Just two cars colliding. That happens a lot in racing. Did you ever figure that out? Two cars colliding, 3 cars, 10 cars colliding? We do a lot of colliding at FSB off-season because we do demos and figure eights and enduros. We like that thing. This is not meant to be colliding, but they do collide. Looks like I just saw a little bit of damage on Justin Bird's car as I had my camera on him. All right, let's go back up front with Brandon Varney in that 112 car. So I'm going to guesstimate that we're going to go back to green with about 4 to go. We've got one more. Lights are out now. We're going back with 5 to go. So that's cool. Get a 5-lap shootout. And if they wreck any time between now and then and they cause a caution, these drivers will have one chance at a green-white checker. Let's hope that doesn't happen. We race this out. Brandon Varney sitting on the first position with Mr. Jack McKee, one of my favorite drivers over at Late Model League. Comes over and races with us at FSB. Good egg. Jared Mogard still in that 3rd position. Kenny Tripp in 4th. Dave Washington rounds out the top 5. Looks like Brancaccio just got that. Lucky Dog, he's went around, waved. Let's catch up with Mr. Brancaccio. Yeah, he's now back down to only 2 laps down. I think it'll make him 1 lap down. One more caution, he might be on a lead lap. He had to step away, some kind of emergency where he had to step away right at race time. I'm sorry, John. All right, let's get back here. Now, I'm going to guess the lights are off the pace car about this time around. Let's see if that's what's happening. Here we go. They're on the back straight. This would be a 4-lap shootout. A great looking field, great looking bunch of paints. I like that a lot. Colorful field. Jared Mogard, the number 1 car, comes equipped with his own victory lane on top of his car, if you see it. Love it.
Green flag, green flag.
Not a great start by Brandon. That might hurt him a little bit. Jack McKee with an awesome start. It looks like he got it going. Jack McKee did lead that lap. So Brandon Varney back in front. Jared Mogard said, it's time. We're going to go. And we're going to go fast now. Look at Kenny Tripp all over the place. Kenny's great. Look at him go. He's outside. He's soft. He's loose again and again. I tell you, these cars can take some beating. They can get sideways, as you've seen earlier tonight. Guys, don't forget to hit like, subscribe at FSB Racing Live. Especially those like buttons. You like these drivers? Hit that like button. I don't care if you like me. Like these drivers. I just push the buttons. They're doing the show. Mogard is all over. I'm not surprised he hasn't gone down all the way down below the line yet. Because it looks like he's ready to do that. And Jack McKee fighting on the outside with Mogard. Brandon still taking care of that front, taking care of the lead. Low side, he's squeezing up. This could be a wreck. Oh, they let off a little bit. They were looking 3 wide. It's going to get funky. Promise you that. Jared is not going to go down lightly. And I'm surprised, like I said, he has not dipped to the inside below that white line, which I do think is legal, as long as iRacing does not penalize you. Wow. Getting loose and all over. Brandon is doing everything he can to keep Jack McKee 2 wide, coming out across the line. Jack McKee wins the race. What a great job, Jack. denied Brandon Varney the win at the very last second across the line. What an awesome win for Jack, said one of the FSB racers. Great race by Brandon Varney. I mean, really clearly these guys were shoes. Jared Mogard in third. Run through the order. Kenny Tripp in fourth, finishes fourth. Dave Washington finishes fifth. Tyler Jalbert finishes sixth. Steve Rex in seventh. Riley Duncan finishes in eighth place. Justin Bird in ninth. And Earl Seams rounds out the good shot for Earl, rounds out the top 10. Let's see if we can get these guys up into the booth with me and have a little bit of an interview. These mics are going to be a little bit funky, I think, because I'm having problems with my mic, having two different mics. And did you guys hear Trixie? That's my girl right there. She's saying, I'm hungry. He denied me for an hour. She likes to get fed every 15 minutes on the minute. Let's see if we can bring up the post-race show here. There it is. All right. Well, I tell you what, that 34 car, unbelievable. What a show tonight. Just stayed in the shadows all night. What a great way, what a great show for these guys.
Jackie, nice win, kid.
Wow, guys.
Sorry, I got into you there a little bit.
Dude, that was battle for the win. That was fun as fuck.
All right,
Yeah, it was
guys.
fun.
You guys all.
Some rough racing I've been seeing all day.
All right, guys.
It's so tough.
Well, you are live. Guys, way to go. Hey, let's start with that third place finisher, Jared, my dog. You know, you got to go back and look at your replay tonight, bud, because there's about several times that y'all wrecked and didn't wreck, and just a great show. You guys did put on a good show tonight. Jared, how's your night, bud?
Yeah, it was pretty good. Qualified good and went to the back. Figured I can make my way back up through there and did relatively quickly. And then, yeah, I don't know, the lead pack was pretty aggressive there. I don't know, it seemed like people just wanted to clear themselves when they weren't really clear. And, you know, when you're racing like that wide open, you can't really lift or you kill your momentum. So got to make them decisions really quickly. And but yeah, luckily we were able to hang on there. And just you know, I don't know, we could get straightaway runs, but we couldn't really do anything in the corners. It was pretty one lane dominant right around the bottom. So I tried. I figured maybe I could get Brandon clear and I could get clear of Jack and maybe make a move on the final lap. But Jack did a good job of being able to hang on just enough up there to where I wasn't able to do that. And yeah, we ended up third tonight. So all in all, good night. Congrats to Jack on the dub, and yeah, on to the next one.
Yeah, man, that was fun. Jack earned it. He kept it out there up top and was able to beat us to the line. And hey, if I'm gonna lose to a guy, I'm glad I'm losing to somebody from Maine as well, man. What a blast, man. I can't thank Steve Rex enough for putting the time and the money into this league and the whole Ridin Dirty crew. This is a great league, and I can't wait to see it grow and see where it can land.
Well, Brandon, they didn't really hear me because I didn't have one of my mics on, but they did hear you. So I'm glad you could explain all that. But I was complimenting on you on what a great job you did tonight. That was really a spectacular finish between the two of you. Congrats, Brandon. Great job. And hope to see you next week.
Thanks, guys. See you guys next week.
Thank you, Brandon. Good job, brother. Jack McKee. Holy jeez. Are you dancing on top of that car, man?
Man, I felt like that. It was really fast there on the end. It was a little bit slower start, but once I got up there in the top 5, it got pretty fun. Yeah, I'm liking this league a lot. I like the new car count. I like all the new drivers. You got to learn how they race and everything. I think that's pretty cool. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, you know what? It was I was fast, but I mean I had the field by a tenth and a half in qualifying, and I chose to go to the back. I had a good pit stop. Everything worked out, and at the halfway restart, I gave up the inside to Brandon. I thought he was going to stay behind me, and maybe we are going to run single file and try to break the draft a little bit. And he went low, and I got shuffled back, and man, I was so quick through the corner. But when I'd come up on somebody, it was hard to make that pass, right? So I couldn't make the pass where I wanted, and I didn't want to cause too many accidents. I let it go a little bit on the last couple laps, put it three wide to make some moves. But yeah, it was a quick car, and man, it's it's just a tough group, man. I mean, I'm not lying, 24 cars, and man, you had, I mean, anybody at the front, God, half the field had a chance to win there at some point.
Well, Steve, I didn't have my mic on, unfortunately, but they did hear you. I'm screwing that up a little bit tonight, but they did hear you tonight. I'm going to say, I do have it on now. I'm going to say this. You have created an amazing league of hot shoes, but it's what I like about it, and I was talking about it earlier, is how well these drivers get along, number one, and the high rate I ratings, and these are street stocks. Normally, the people with high ratings, you know, they want to go run Cup, they want to go do this. But here we are dealing with these super cool cars, these cars that can get roughed up a little bit, can hit the wall, can take a beating, and can burn some tire, because you can burn that right rear up a little bit, and not like the other series where you burn it up, they just get angry. But here you can mess around a little bit. And anyway, I just want to say you've done a really super job collecting these drivers, getting them together. I can't wait to broadcast the rest of the season. You got anything, last words for Johnny Procaccio? Because we couldn't get a chance to talk to Johnny tonight.
Yeah, no, Sam, I appreciate you coming out. I appreciate everybody that comes out and helps with the league, our sponsors and everything. There's a long list of them, and I put, I make sure I advertise that and do a little bit of marketing, and we're getting good viewership. We got a good group of guys, right? You're gonna get, your everybody can get hot, or anybody can get a little hot at any time. We're racing hard out there. There's no doubt about it. But I like it. A couple of people, gave their few words, and it only lasted a little bit, and then they backed out, and we went back to racing. So you're gonna get that with racing, right? This was a tight track. A lot of the setup, everybody was on a decent setup, and it handled good. So it made for some competitive racing side by side the whole time. So, but other than that, just thanking everybody. I appreciate you for coming out. And the next race, we're off next Thursday for Pinned. So there is no race next Thursday. We got an off week. We'll pick it up after that. I don't recall the track offhand, but Unpinned is also off. It's the first Monday of every month. But I am going to run a practice race Monday. We're going to run, I think, 100 laps. I said at USA. So I'll get all the promotional stuff out for that here. It's pretty early. I may get it out tonight.
Five Flags is the next track.
Five Flags
Oh yeah,
Speedway.
Five Flags. All right, we got some short track races, long race, and man, we'll be getting into big fields. We'll get into lap traffic. It'll be great.
Yeah, I saw those two cars early on talking to each other. Anyway, John Procaccio.
So I appreciate everything, Sam. I'm going to go ahead and drop out. And,
Cool.
I'll catch up with you in a little bit.
Man, thank you so much for all you do, Steve. This is fun, a lot of fun. Thank you.
I think we lost him.
No, I'm here. I just forget to push the button now. Okay, Steve, thank you so much for showing up. Great. This is just awesome. I'm loving the series. I'm going to love doing this. And we'll see you next 2 weeks from now at Five Flags Speedway. Johnny Brancaccio, sorry you got dropped. What happened? You want to give a brief explanation what happened tonight?
Yeah, I missed the start. Went down a few laps and had a little issue going on, but it's nothing major.
Well, I'm going to guess it was domestic.
I got a few laps back, and the car was pretty good. The setup was sweet.
Well, I'm sorry you couldn't be in my in-car. Maybe you can do that again next week. 2 weeks from now. You can be my in-car guy.
Yeah, we'll try. We'll see what happens.
Terrific. All right, guys, I'm going to head.
You probably don't want me at Five Flags because I'll be in the back. So you might want to get somebody up front for that one. Maybe
Okay.
Dave will be able to make it, and he could be your in-car.
I do apologize about my audio issues, guys, because I have to. This thing just picks up every sound for some reason when I'm talking on this headset. But anyway, I'm going to close this thing out. Johnny, thanks for showing up and keeping with it and almost getting all your laps back. Steve Rex, thank you for all you do. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks at Five Flags Speedway. It's Sam Young, and